Hello, and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. We have our new party member, Tita, here, and we're going to escort her back to town. And probably, at some point, we will determine whether the rest of this chapter is going to be as scary as those penguins. I suspect not, given that this tunnel itself is not actually nearly as scary as the penguins. A lot of running back and forth they made us do for this. I wonder if we could have abandoned her. Oh! The tunnel ends here. So does that mean this is the entrance to Zeiss? That's right. It leads right into the basement at the central factory. I'm excited to see it. The central factory is the pride and joy of Zeiss, since it's an industrial city. I'd heard it was big, but that's about all I really know. Well, yeah, it's really huge. Anyone who's not used to the layout could get lost in a hurry. Oh, that's a creepy thought. I'm beginning to worry whether or not we'll really be able to make it to the guild. The way out to the city is up on the first floor. I'll show you how to get there. Thanks. Well, let's go in. NPC first. Okay, that makes 8 cans. Check and double check. Let's check in on the factory. I see 6. Okay, there are 2 back there. Maybe that's what he was referring to. Well, this is certainly different. Left elevator, right basement orbment workshop. Well, we know what we have to do. Whoa, what's this place? Wow, it looks like almost the entire factory is completely automated. Below the city, there's a lot of orbment factories. They make everything from light starship parts. That's awesome. A little overwhelming, but awesome. Oh, we got another door. Oh, there's only an emergency staircase through that door. If you want to go up to the ground floor, just go back the way you came and straight down the hall. Well, let's... The door is locked. Tita has nothing to say about it. Oh, person. I wonder what he's doing right now. Okay, enough of that. You're heading to the job, girl. But enough. Work! Work! I should be able to forget all about that loser. You say that, but you know you can't. It's just how it works. Can't jump on the conveyor belt for a fun ride? In all seriousness, if you ever see a conveyor belt, don't do that. It's a bad idea. But video game logic. I'm now anticipating conveyor belt puzzles of some description. Okay, well that was disappointing. I was hoping for a shop. Although they didn't say anything about them being battle orbments, so... Okay, what's this room? This is the elevator. It can take us from the basement to the roof. Can't say I've ever seen one of these outside of the mines. And this one seems super high-tech. Well, this is Zeiss. And since this is the central factory, I'm sure they have quite a few of these. They have more than one? It's the latest model, too. Maximum weight capacity, 50 torum. It can handle even heavy industrial equipment with no problem. I don't entirely get it, but it sure sounds impressive. So, how do we get it to move? Oh, you just pick which floor you want on that panel. Let's see. You want to go into the city, right? Yes. Can you take us up to the first floor? Okay. So we might not actually ever have the ability to explore this place. Or maybe we will eventually. I don't know. It's probably just as well if it's just left to the imagination. Whoa, check out the size of this place! This is the central factory's main floor. It's where the reception desk and consumer maintenance windows are. I see. So we can get out to town from here. Oh, Tita! Miss Hazel? There you are. Supervisor Travis has been looking for you. He'd like for you to go straight to the operations room. Oh, okay, I will. Uh-oh, sounds urgent. Thank you for showing us around. It's no big deal. It's the least I can do after you beat up those monsters for me. Well, we're planning to be in Zeiss for a little while. Would you mind if we stop by to see you again? I'd love that. Bye-bye then. Well, that was a short-lived party member. I'm sure she'll be back. What a sweet kid. I get the impression that she's a lot tougher than she looks. I agree. I always wanted a sweet, lovable little sister like her. Yeah, not like you, Joshua, you jerk. Instead of, might I add, an obnoxious little brother. Okay, there she goes. You keep saying things like that, but you're the one who's always following me around. If you want to be more like a real older sister, you need to get your head out of the clouds every now and then. Look who's talking. Anyway, all sibling rivalries aside, want to head into the city? Yeah, first I'd like to switch assignments at the guild. Plus, we can see if there's any new information on the orbment or Dad. Sounds like a plan. Oh, goodbye, Tita. Welcome to the Zeiss Central Factory. If you have any questions, please let me know. I have questions. Where can I buy battle orbments? I have questions. Useless. What? Okay, I guess we'll... am I just wandering around randomly? I mean, I am, but... Basement 1. Okay, well, I got into the basement. Oh. Well, that answers that. I wonder what he's doing right now. Okay, enough of that. Get a... Same. Same. Oh, dear. So she wouldn't let me take the emergency exit. That's fine. Oh, dear. I guess we can explore this whole place. Central Factory office. Locked. Okay. Ooh, archives. Oh, a new face! Welcome to Archives! My name is Constance. Go ahead and look through any book that catches your eye. And when you're finished, put it back on the shelf. You'll trust us to do our own filing? Wait, there was something. Aha. Shelf holds a book entitled Hertz's Adventure 1. Oh dear. Well, I guess we're doing this. Hertz's Adventure, Encountered with a Spectacled Genie, Part 1. Using his finger to push his slipping glasses back up onto the ridge of his nose, young Hertz continued his journey. As far as he could see in every direction, the earth had been blanketed with a thick layer of white. The fine powder covering the ground in undulating lumps and clumps was actually made up of pale granules of sand, which were light and fluffy, like the freshly driven snow. "Where's the river supposed to be?" came the raspy voice of a youth named Midas from behind. Midas, a skinny boy with hair the color of tobacco leaves, protruding from the butt of a hand-rolled cigarette. Okay, I read that wrong, but okay. A skinny boy with hair the color of tobacco leaves protruding from the butt of a hand-rolled cigarette was Hertz's most trusted friend, and one who never hesitated to tag along with him on one of his impulsive adventures. "It's just a little further," young Hertz replied, without turning his head to look back at his companion. The two of them had set out for the spindly river, which cut directly across the center of the parched white desert and the oasis beside it, a rest stop well known for being the last place of refuge for those travelers and their camels who were brave enough to cross the scorching dunes. Young Hertz and Midas had planned to camp there along the riverside that evening, before attempting to trek across the remainder of the barren lands the following day. "So, what do you think will really be all... That's what I get for trying to do voices. So, do you think we'll really be alright?" Midas asked as he unwrapped the silver wrapper of a half-melted candy. "There's been a rumor going around about a genie appearing in these parts, and believe it or not, but some say that he'll even gobble up whole people." "Rumors are just that, rumors," replied young Hertz, "but I might consider their veracity if we ever did happen to come across a real one," he added, brushing off the idea with a chuckle. No sooner had the words left his mouth when a booming voice thundered from somewhere behind them. "Then how about you start considering that now?" Upon hearing this, young Hertz turned quickly around, his eyes searching for the source of the questioning voice. There, standing before him, was the figure of a decrepit genie swathed in a robe of incomprehensible black. It's a very odd shade of black. Its back more bowed than the curled spine of a cat seeking its master's attention, and a pair of old spectacles perched atop the curved shape of its talon-like nose. Yet the more young Hertz looked at the genie, the more unsure he became as to whether he was staring at something resembling a shriveled old man or a ghastly old woman. Midas froze in terror as he saw the tall, robed personage not far from his side. I'm I'm not scared, he stuttered, with a face whiter than the desert sand surrounding them as he noticed young Hertz's gaze fixated on the genie. My candy got stuck in my throat is all, he croaked out as he bumbled through a jumble of ridiculous excuses in his head. A complex smirk of wrinkles curled across the genie's cheeks, giving the illusion that something else was living below its haggard skin. Oh my, how cruel it is to have been gobbled up whole! What a piteous fate for that sugared lump of candy in your gullet! Not seeming to mind that the spectacles had begun to slip from his nose, the genie continued to shake its head, gripped by some mad delight. But fear not, my little drop of sweetness, for I shall avenge you by digesting the very marrow of these boys' bones, as I change them into the dust of these arid lands. The genie narrowed its turbid eyes and trundled toward Midas. In an instant, the sleeves of its robe were flung back, exposing thin, gnarled arms which shook like a pair of long withered branches in the wind. The genie's fingertips extended, sharp as pointed tridents, and sped toward Midas's twitching face, advancing with precision, or at least that's what it seemed like, until they passed by the boy's face and stabbed futilely at the empty air. As if being slightly amazed by the failed attempt, the genie cocked its head in surprise, but soon thereafter took notice of what had been amiss. In a hurry, it brought both hands up to its ancient face and began to neatly adjust the pair of spectacles which sat crookedly on top of the bent nose. I've had poor eyesight since I was a child, too, said young Hertz to the creature as it fumbled with the glasses, and it looks to me like yours is worse than mine. As soon as the genie took in the young boy's words, another, much larger set of furrowed wrinkles appeared on its face. How did you know? It asked suspiciously. The genie tweaked the position of the spectacles on the bridge of his nose before turning back to young Hertz and inquired again, How did you know my eyes were so bad? Young Hertz exchanged incredulous looks with Midas, both taken aback by the genie's apparent obliviousness. However, while this was occurring, another expression had taken over the wizened face. So that's it, huh? I see how it is. The genie went on as it raised a bony white finger and pointed at the set of glasses young Hertz was wearing. Those are magical spectacles, aren't they? The creature declared triumphantly. What? Said young Hertz, with a confused look on his face. Indeed, they must be, the black-robed genie muttered as it cast its eyes heavenward while ignoring young Hertz's response. And once more, the crone-like figure began to tremble with glee. Well, that was a thing. Aren't we glad we spent the time to get through that? I would say it's not the worst writing that I've ever read, but I mean, it wasn't great. it wasn't great. Okay. Well, we'll do it via the elevator then, and I guess we are exploring this whole building after all. Design room. Now, where are those papers I set aside before I left? Of course, by before, I mean prior to my trip to the Royal Academy, and that was quite a while ago. When I was returning from the Royal Academy, I got caught up in that Sky Bandit affair. Thinking back on it gives me chills, even today. That one fella quitting ain't much of a help either. Right now, the RC ain't much more than a gusted-up transport ship. If you don't do something about finishing it and all that time and work's wasted. Truth be told, Russell's supposed to head the new engine project to the end, but for some reason he went and started up something else before he finished calibrating the central power ornament. As a result, the project ground to a complete halt. This new engine for the RC is turning into quite a formidable problem. We were waiting for Clive in Rouen to join in collaborative research, but he declined our offer, and as things currently stand, we're unable to move forward. Yeah, I'm not interested, really. Haven't we... What? Now that you mention it, we did meet previously when we were in Rouen. I thought so. You two were a real help that time. I appreciate you finding the orbital gun prototype for me. Oh yeah, you're that science guy. How'd all your research and stuff end up doing anyway? I think it's safe to say the orbital gun's research is moving along nicely. It will take time to properly micronize the components, but we can do it. If things go smoothly, we can have them on the shelves soon. I hope they end up big sellers. I think... Same... Micronize, huh? That's a word? I mean, it's a sequence of letters that form something that resembles a word. We can go with that. Alright. Is this whole thing just one big screen? I guess. Okay, we're at the lab. Recently, Ray had me try some kind of vile anti-nap food product sample. What, it tastes so bad you can't sleep after eating it? This horrible, horrible substance in your mouth? Or maybe it's something like wasabi, you know. I can't imagine being able to sleep after having a dab of wasabi, at least not immediately. It looks like a tomato, but it's terribly bitter. It definitely made me forget my thoughts, any thoughts of sleep, but now I can't get the taste out of my mouth. But that's like calling mousetraps in your earlobes anti-sleep aids. Yeah. I mean, if you had mousetraps on your earlobes, you probably would have trouble sleeping. That's true. This term I was supposed to be studying greenhouses. Do you know what studying greenhouses means? Quite literally, you're watching the grass grow. Boring, and more importantly, unmarketable. So I decided to breed a new species of tomato. It rescued me, so to speak. So, who would like to sample my tomato, hmm? I would. I want to sample all the foods of all the lands. If we have a sleep immunity item, that would be really nice. Okay, apparently we did get one. An acerbic? Acerbic? Yeah, acerbic. That would be how you say that, I'm pretty sure. Tomato? Is that just a thing I can eat? Or is it an ingredient? I should use the oh, it's just an ingredient. A new species that arose as a byproduct of experimentation. It is unimaginably bitter. Got a clinic. Something the matter? This is the factory clinic. We're equipped for dealing with conventional illness too, so don't hesitate to come in. Well, I believe we are at full health. Alright, almost there. Oh. Oh, this looks nice. Operations? Aha. It just really bugs me. I fix one thing and another thing pops up because of it. I'm never going to finish. Let's see. A problem with mode changeover means that something is probably wrong with the memory. Have you run a full diagnostic on the memory core yet? Currently, the orbital calculator is in poor condition. We can't seem to repair it no matter what we try. It seems to act up when we switch modes. Do you have any ideas to share with us? Okay. That's where she is. And the roof. Okay, we've got a helicopter pad here. Maybe. Ah, that makes sense. Is there anybody else to talk to? Ah, okay. Welcome to maintenance. This may seem like just a service window, but we're a full part of the factory's orbment division, as fully equipped as any shop. Please feel free to make full use of our facilities. Well, now it makes sense why she wouldn't have bothered to tell me. I mean, she could have just, pointed over here, but... Slot, I mean, we're already maxed out. Exchange, is that a higher exchange rate here? I think it was, because it was like 10 across the board in the starting city, wasn't it? Quartz. Anything we don't have? Oh, we don't have HP 3. Higher water value. Ooh, 800. Yeah, it's like these are like one-off investments. You could buy them one time and then you can't buy anything else with that cost. Oh, that's actually really cheap. I don't really want it though, because I just don't see myself using another one of these. I don't like the do thing to enemy at 10% chance because I can't stack them. If I could, I'd run a bunch of them just for the 3 times Fire Sepith and get a really powerful Fire Mage. Shield 2. It's alright. Am I using Shield 1? Might be an upgrade to consider. Ooh. Well, that's expensive. Sleep, yeah, we won't be getting that. Move 2. Not too bad. Am I using a move 1? EP cut 2. Not too bad either. I think I am using an EP cut 1, so that's definitely worth picking up. Oh, that's getting expensive. Alright, orbments. We could go up to evade 3, but that's getting pretty expensive. Going EP2, is there any point? Max EP would go up, which would be nice. But all this would really do is give more of the those temporal space and mirage, which combined with fire, the way I have this set out, is that actually going to make a difference? Whoops. Magic. No, because just straight fire. Yeah, no, fire has to combine with other elements. Wait, how do we have Firebolt X? Because of Eagle Eye, that's how. Alright, Orbment. So there's not really any benefit in doing that. I mean, we'll get more EP if we do it. We've never actually run out of EP. So it's probably fine. As for you... Mind 1, HP 2, and we could try to upgrade those. And again, we can upgrade those as well, so we have to check to see if we can get a better heal spell if we improve our EP there. EP cut, this is literally going to get us nothing. The way I'm checking. Oh, I do have a mouse here. I'm checking here, by the way. This is what I'm confirming to see what the values are. So we can see we've got the yellow line, which is the top row here, which has water and then the miscellaneous stuff, and then the bottom line is just miscellaneous stuff. So we're not getting any spells out of that. But out of water, if we had more than 712, would that? If we had more than 712 with water. See, no, diamond dust requires wind, so no. And oh, if you go up to 5, we would get Latira, which would be an AoE heal for 1,000. Okay, so if we upgraded our water, let's look at this again, because we only have 4. So if we got Mind 2, for example, do you sell Mind 2? Oh, whoops. Quartz. You do sell Mind 2, and it was kind of expensive. Increase arts. I mean, I'm using them not as a caster though. That's the thing. Okay, can I do HP instead? Oh, we're already using an HP 2. No, I have to go to Mind 2 if I want to get that spell. I guess arts. No, it doesn't increase the effectiveness of his heals because heals do flat damage. I guess it's worth it just to get an AoE heal. Oh, we already have a Mind 2 in our inventory. You know what? Oh, did we unequip it from Chloe? Is that... Okay, well, I'm glad I noticed that. No, let's go. Mind 2. HP slowly recovers by walking. Do that. What would Mind 2 be? Better arts. Or just heal automatically by walking around. Hmm. I guess we'll do that. I don't care about his arts because I hardly ever use his shadow magic. We don't have haze, but things don't seem to be attacking us anyway, so it's probably fine. Effect range increase. Interesting. Hmm. Could up her attack, but lower her defense. I don't know. I was complaining about her attack being so low, but that's not really how I want to address that problem. Plus, the random crits are pretty nice. Do you have any other cool wind stuff? 1-1-3 scent. Oh, this makes us bigger targets. Max EP plus 5%. If we went, instead of this, if we went... Let's see, this is what we're currently using, so 1-1-2. 1-2-1-3. Would this cost us any spells? Oh, if we went haze, we would get... Why? Why would we learn Chaos Brand, Stonehammer, and Earthguard from doing this? Oh, that's Earth. That's why. It's not... It's not interesting. Interesting. I thought that was gold, but it was actually kind of brown, that leftmost crystal. I kind of want to do this. Let's see, we're currently running EP1, which gives us access to Clock Up and Soul Blur. Yeah, it's just the two. So you'd be sacrificing those to have effect range would be AoE? Increased AoE on Aerial? Yeah, I think that's a decent trade. We would also lose 14 EP, that's fine. We'll try that and see how it works out for us. Okay, well that was a huge waste of time. I apologize for that. Doing some inventory management. Not always the most exciting part of the game, but we at least made one change, so I can feel like it wasn't a total waste of time. You look like you've been working hard. How about a nice cold drink? It depends what you got. Azalea Rose. Celery soda. Ah, fresh juice. Oh, I have two. I've just never consumed them. Yeah, okay. These are all things that I know how to make. We'll buy one. We'll buy a couple of these because they cure poison as well as healing. And they use bear claws, which I recall are a reasonably rare ingredient. Welcome! I have all kinds of beautiful flowers. Please have a look. Well, I guess not only are they not rare... Yeah, okay. They were rare in the first chapter when we had to go into the woods to harvest them. The Mistwald or whatever it was. But here, now I can just buy them and I have a stack. Never mind. Okay. Mother, there are enough flowers on the veranda. Oh, look at these flowers! I'd love to plant these on the veranda, but I'm afraid the colors might clash. Whoa, what's this? Canning shot. Some kind of moving staircase? It is a really long climb, so I guess it would be tough without it. Yeah, but to have the whole thing moving underneath you? This place has been full of surprises ever since we got here. Oh, Estelle, you do not look impressed. No kidding. We can be rebels. No, we're not done up here yet. Gotta get our exercise. Landing port. The airliner Cecilia is currently in port, having just arrived from the west. All passengers en route to the Grand Cell region, please proceed to the gates. Oh, this talk bubble seems smaller. Are we zoomed out? Guess we are. Probably to give us a shot of the ship there, the Cecilia. Meow? Meow. Oops, that's fingers to your places. Hover over the correct key so I don't get confused. Docking is a go. Time for final liftoff check. Yeah, probably just as well that we can't run on there. Oh, really not all that much to do here. All things considered. Can't really see a whole lot from that angle. Oh, there's this. Traffic control tower. Yeah, nobody getting in there. To Grand Cell or Rouen. The standard don't bring dangerous things onto the airship. Standing a little close there, Joshua. That's incredible! A staircase that moves! Aren't you a useful NPC? I guess we'll explore up this way first. Hello, chapel. The church is quite simple, isn't it? So different from the surrounding buildings. I wonder if there's a revolving chair or some other hidden gimmick. This is the last stop on my liberal pilgrimage. Quite a strange feeling. Oh, thought you might have something more to say based on that. Father Vixen. Your name seems trustworthy. Welcome to the Septian Church. I am here to help you with anything, spiritual or mundane. Of course, you're welcome to come and pray any time. Welcome to the Septian Church. Please approach and pray. Ah, here it is. I've never actually looked at this. What is that image? Some kind of angel, I guess? Ah, the memories. I helped Professor Russell build this orbital clock. Orbments drive it, you know. Long as the orbital power don't stop, the clock will keep running. Not many remember the old days anymore when Zeiss was that clock town. First orbally powered clock, made in year 1162 of the Septian calendar by Zeissian manufacturers. Well, I guess that's an achievement. Clocks are a really weird thing. It's amazing just how much they control us. The balance is all off again. Maybe if I move that can on the left a little more. Oh. What a mess. We'll have to restack the cans again, starting on the right. You got that problem. I can sympathize, kid. What do I do? Father told me to go buy bread. All this bread looks the same. Which one do I choose? The one that looks the same as all the others. This is my first time shopping for food. All this bread looks the same. Which one do I choose? Interesting. I mean, I suppose there has to be a first time for everyone with that sort of thing, right? Okay, well, we can go down that way. Let's check out the hotel. Zanrad. Okay, sheets are done. Let's stock the room amenities. Stock them, I say. Lots of stuff still to do. Time to unleash the fury, Emma. Okay. I guess you can hype yourself up that way. It's a little bit weird, but okay. Whatever you gotta do to get through a shift, right? Welcome to the Zanran Hotel. We have every amenity to suit your needs. I think you'll find your stay a pleasant one. How much? 80. Okay. I don't know why I was curious. I don't think I mean, it doesn't even matter. I can afford it. I just don't because I don't need to. This place looked a lot bigger on the outside. Linen room, of course. Oops, that's not the exit. I guess. Forgel bar. Ah, home at last. Yeah, I just got back from a little trip to Rouen. I had a good time, but I sure am glad to be back at home. Hello, haven't seen you all before. Passing through? Well, come in and rest. Rotini pasta. Cures confuse. Actually, that might be useful. Buy a couple of those. Black pepper soup. Cures faint. We'll just buy one of those. Seasonal tart. Oh, pasta which lavishly employs flavorful herbs. A favorite among researchers. Piquantly peppery to taste. I do like black pepper. I make black pepper pasta, which is probably supposed to be tomato pasta, but I put way too much pepper in it. The King of Sweets. A perfect gift for that special someone. Well, we'll buy two so that that special someone doesn't feel left out. Does that make any sense? I don't think that quite makes sense, what I just said. Oh. Nice. Kind of an open air place. Seems like this soup can help you concentrate, but I wonder if it really does anything. I mean, it's water, bouillon, vegetables, and pepper. Bouillon, that is how you say that, right? Not bouillon. Why am I so bad at English? I swear, I get worse every year. Hello. Just about time to check our inventory. Once the order's assembled, we'll take all the goods to the Republic via the Wolf Fort. All that's left now is collecting the broken quartz. Okay, we have a random... Oh, we have a bunch of random houses here I haven't done. I think then I need to clear this area up here, and then... Bell Station General Goods, and then we can go hit up those houses. Alright, come on in. Welcome to Bell Station. We're the only store that carries everything from food to everyday goods. Anything interesting? Liberal News 6, I have one of those. A woolly knit hat. Cute fluffy yarn cap, a great gift for a young girl. Also a great gift for us, given that it's... Oh wait, it's an accessory, not helmets are not a gear slot in this game. It's an accessory, so it's basically a hard hat. No, we don't need that. Vintage wine. Yeah, we need quite a bit of this, because apparently it makes something really good. And we're underage, but they did just sell us that, so whatever. Anything in here? Nope, I've got everything. Okay. Just run behind. Who are you guys? Pirates or ninjas? Yes. Oh dear, this one's going to be a tight one. We just bought 10 bottles of wine. Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. Pretty sure you jack the price up on those quite a bit, right? Make your money. Bracer Guild. This is kind of a weird setup that this town has, with like all the buildings just kind of as separate units like this. I'm not used to this. Anyway, I guess it looks like we have 4 houses to hit up before we hit the Bracer Guild. So let's do those. Oh, are you all bracers? Stain Arms and Guards has the means to fill your needs. My shop is just across the street from the Bracer Guild, so drop by anytime. Did I miss the shop? I guess I must have. Not the most thorough investigation of this place. I just got back from Rouen. I heard that the RC was seen flying around Rouen. It's a shame. If I had stayed a little longer, I bet I could have seen it myself. My family just returned from a trip to Rouen. They had a wonderful time. I wish Mom had come with us on our trip to Rouen, but it was no use. She's got this phobia about airships. Fear of flying, that's definitely a hindrance to that kind of thing. I don't know anybody who's afraid of... I know people that are afraid of heights, but fear of flying is a little bit different for some reason. For some reason, people that are scared of heights are okay on airplanes. I'm not quite sure how that works. I guess phobias are irrational, right? Greetings, weapon enthusiasts. Welcome to Stain Arms and Guards. Do the sight of fell accoutrements make your palms sweaty? Well, shop here. We cater to the violently inclined. Bye. Okay, what are we currently... okay, let's move to something that isn't one of our current characters. 114 and 147. Okay, so yeah, those pirate knives we could upgrade. Oh, I guess weapons for... Was it Tita? I think that was her name, Tita. Yeah, well, these are a little bit expensive, but we've got money. And we're going to gain more, so we might as well... Well, we're not doing that. This is just a straight upgrade. I'm going to do it. And then 114 goes to 159. Like, that's... A staff with sharp ends. Great for making a point. So it's a spear? I guess if both ends are sharp, then it's not a spear. That's how it works, right? Shield vest, metal jacket. Metal jacket's an upgrade, but not for... Let's see, 2215, 4740. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty big upgrade. I probably should. Art defense goes down, but... It's kind of ridiculous how much of a disparity there is between our defense and Art's defense. Like, I don't even know. Prevents blindness, prevents freeze, sleep, seal, mute, faint, death blow, petrify, confuse. Okay, yeah, this is a much cheaper option for +3 defense. Work jumpsuit. Doesn't shrink in the wash, that's handy. Why? Why is that thing at the bottom? Feels a little bit out of place. Anyway, we got our weapons. Alright, I have to do this. Spike rod. Welcome to actually doing damage again, Estelle. Right, the skull dagger was... Yeah, minus 10 arts, but 45. So it was good for a while. And now if I look at it, 168... They're closer. Closer to each other. Should I be selling my old stuff? I mean, maybe. Maybe I should be. Decisions. Do I want a balanced general use weapon, or do I want an ace-in-the-hole cannon? I ought to just buy both and stop wasting time worrying. I mean, that would be one solution to your problem. Alright, we had... we got turned around. The last two houses that we want are down here. Louise, why are you so lazy? Hurry up and make the bed. I can't take my nap. Really now. Louise, are you listening? Make the bed! Will you shut up a second? I'm looking for a book. Why did I get stuck with such a mouthy brat of a sister? A traitor for Professor Russell's granddaughter Tita in a second. That's not a very nice thing to say about your sister. And I guess we found out that Tita is related to somebody important. This person, in fact. Looks like the problems... Estelle, this gentleman seems a bit preoccupied. Let's not disturb him, okay? Yeah, sure. This is a person that we will be interacting with in the future. We have multiple sources pointing us towards that now. Multiple signs, I should say. Oh, that's a nice house. Yeah, the Russell Home and Factory. I go up here. So do we explore the rest of the city before we hit up the Bracer Guild? I guess that answers that, doesn't it? Thanks, Joshua. Before we leave, we should check in at the guild. There's a lot that I want to discuss with them. That sounds fine to me. And if we try the other exit, because there was another exit, right? Oh, Stella's quiet that time. And there were only 2 exits. Let's just check this way. Ritter Roadway, Trap Plains Road. Oh, we got right into the center of Zeiss pretty quickly, didn't we? This is a relatively small place. Compared to... well, I guess Rouen was actually smaller. Alright, well, we put it off long enough. Hi there. Pardon us? See, we're finally here, I see. Stell, Joshua, welcome to Zeiss. Huh? You know us? I've already been briefed of your arrival from one Jean at the Rouen branch. A girl with chestnut hair tied in twin ponytails and a boy with black hair and amber eyes. That is you, is it not? Okay. My name is Kilika. Zeiss welcomes your service. Why are you listed as Eastern woman? It's been bothering me. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you, like, a foreigner to liberal? Like, are you not native liberal? Is that what they're trying to get at here? Oh, same here. The pleasure is ours. Okay, now you are Kilika. Okay. I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like to proceed with the formalities of changing your affiliation. If you just sign these documents. Okay. And done. That should do it. You are both now affiliates of the Zeiss Regional Guild. There are no urgent matters that must be seen to, currently. You're free to check the bulletin board and work at your own pace. That's kinda disappointing, but hey, a little peace and quiet can be a good thing. Oh right, I had a question to ask. About Cassius, correct? She can read minds! Did Jean tell you about him too? A whole sordid matter. I'm sorry to have to say that Cassius is not currently in the Zeiss region. He only stops in every few months or so. Figures. That just leaves Grand Cell, or maybe... I believe I may be able to provide you with a lead in another matter. Please, take this. Attention, Factory Chief. Okay. What's this? It is a letter of introduction to the head of the Central Factory, one Mr. Murdoch. He is basically like the mayor of the Zeiss region. Is this in regards to the matter of the Black Orbment? The stories of the mayor's residence paint it as a very mysterious item. I suggest that you consult with the Factory Chief and see what he has to say. Wow, you've really got this all planned out. You have some kind of superpower, Kilika? My business is to provide support for bracers such as yourself. I simply decipher the intelligence that's provided and pass it on, as the mandates of my job require. Wow, we really appreciate your assistance. Think nothing of it. I trust that you will return to assist us should a major incident occur. You can count on us when the time comes. Well, do you want to go ahead and see the Factory Chief? Sounds good to me. First, go to the Central Factory and meet with the Factory Chief, Murdoch. You should be able to get some sort of information about this orbment. Do we have anything to report? Nope. Nothing to report today. If you clear any other contracts, make sure you come here and report it. Temporary librarian. I am seeking an interim librarian with keen investigative skills. Anyone who wishes to apply, please see me in the archives on the 2nd floor. Please understand, too, that you may be asked to pick up some slack on a few odds and ends before the real work begins. Okay. Trap Plains monster. A ferocious monster known as a chronocider has been spotted roving the Trap Plains Road. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. Okay, that's not a lot of money. That one... Alright, well, I guess that's as good a place to stop as any. So we will do that librarian job, I guess, next before we leave the city. Or I guess explore the rest of the city if we can. Actually, it looks like those exits lead directly outside of the city, if I'm reading the map correctly. So we will investigate all of that next time. I will see you then.